It's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what it means? It's time for the Sway Covington Show. Starring Sway Covington, DJ, not the DJ, and Mr. No Cap.
Best thing on the planet, baby. What's up? It's your man, Sway Covington, the best thing on the planet, baby. On the Sway Covington Show, with my guest host right here, Ways. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, though. That's what it is, right here. You know, I'm sporting the decap with the roses on it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's the snapback right there, though. You know? Yeah. You know, it ain't one of a kind, but it's one of mine. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with
That's what's up. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, ain't nothing going on, so hey, good to be here again, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We definitely glad to have you here, though.
Appreciate you.
Man, you know, DJ, not the DJ, he out
Oh, man.
sick. Your man, Mr. No Cap, out on vacay down in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, wish that was me too.
You know,
Gotta put
fun.
this work in though. You know how that go.
Right. With the fun in the sun, most definitely. I wish I was out there with him enjoying that, man.
Get better, DJ, not the DJ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, man. That's what I'm saying too. So, today's vocabulary word, 50-cent word of the week is going to be actually two words. Generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's just means being passed down. Wealth in all forms, health and money, stocks, bonds, everything. It's a generation from generation. You know, you are one generation. Your children is the second generation to you, and their children is their third generation to you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to try to put something together that you can pass down that your third generation can be a part of and can use. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about, generational wealth. So we going to use that word, those two words, maybe in that combination, or maybe we might use generational by itself and wealth by itself. You know, I got the wealth shirt
real
on.
wealthy, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Wealthy right there.
Nothing wrong with it.
So
Shout out to my dog Cuddy.
yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, so dog, they got it was a man and woman got killed inside the vehicle at the gas station, right?
Yeah.
With the child in the back seat.
Rest in peace to them, man.
Rest
I
in
seen
peace to
that.
them.
I seen that the other day.
That's crazy, man.
It's a sad situation, man. And then being born and raised in Detroit, we get too familiarized with this going on, and it's like a part of our everyday life. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really get a chance to grieve how we supposed to grieve, man. But I got a 9-month-old son right now. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be the lone survivor in the backseat of that car, and his mama and daddy got gunned down, that ain't look like no mistaken identity. That looked like they might have been mixed up into something with the wrong people that was not buying that.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I'm feeling the same way. I feel like that was a hit.
Yeah.
That was a straight hit because they didn't rob him.
Yeah.
There was no conversation. From the video I saw, they don't look like they was in no type of argument.
And they knew that the baby mama was going to be hand in hand with her baby daddy. So it was
two
like
shooters.
She knew what was going on prior to outside of anything else. So they felt like he got to go, she got to go too, because she going to know that we did this.
Oh, so she knew?
This is how the streets go.
Yeah, okay.
You got to feel like if we together, Sway, and somebody don't like us, or they don't like me, I'll say. And you in the car with me, they gonna feel like no witnesses. You feel me?
Right.
And it's a sad situation, but that's how a lot of people think criminal-mindedly these days. That's a sad situation, man. I just seen that day before yesterday after it happened. Like, dang.
Right.
parentless child, man.
Another parentless child. But that brings me to a point and why I really wanted to say that it was a hit. It was a hit because you know what? Let me think. In my opinion, it was a hit. I'm not saying it was. I'm saying in my opinion, it was a hit because of how it went down. So don't misinterpret that.
Everything
what
is
I'm
opinion
saying.
based.
Everything is opinion based. Okay. So in my eyes, it's like this. So as you out here making your moves, and I'm not judging nobody on how they live
Correct.
and how they provide for their family. But what I am saying is you got to be cautious on what you do and how you do it. So if you doing whatever you doing and you know you done stole some money, you done took some off the top, don't think that nobody ever gonna find out.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna hit Ray bag and not thinking that he knew that you was the only one that he showed and that was around that day.
Right.
When he was putting it back, and you just gotta account that you gotta account for your actions. One day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It might not be that day, the next day. They accounted for their actions that they made and they lived with, and they took their own option to do that because nobody made y'all do that, obviously. And you gotta pay the piper, man.
That's it. Like you said, you gotta be conscious of it. And like you said, you done hit Ray bag, you done hit it 2 or 3 times. Believe me, he counting his money, he gonna know it's coming up missing.
Yeah, he got kids to feed too.
Or some work coming up missing, And then if he bring it out to your attention and don't do nothing then, don't believe something ain't gonna happen. So in this situation, if she was out here messing with Ray bag or messing with Ray, you know what I'm saying? And you still got a boyfriend, you shouldn't even do that either. Because of when you decide to end that relationship, you don't know how that other person gonna act.
Yep.
And that goes for the man too. You already in a relationship and you got a side piece thinking that's what it's about. When that side piece don't feel like they're done with you or the relationship is over, and then they start tripping,
it ain't greener on the other side.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got a situation. She done told her cousins, or she might come do it herself. You never know. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta really be conscious of the moves that you make. It's no longer, well, he ain't coming or I'm tougher than this person. It don't go like that no more. And then on TikTok and Instagram and all this stuff, man, they need to stop showing. They got the one thing on TikTok where it's you called your girlfriend or you walked in on a girlfriend and now
on the FaceTime.
on the FaceTime or no not that one. It's the other one where they acting like they coming home and going in the bedroom with the gun and then they cutting the light off on like they shooting. Yeah, y'all gotta be careful on what y'all present because it's more than just adults watching that. You know what I'm saying?
Kids watching it.
It's kids watching it.
Neither.
Right, and then now y'all actually glorifying that type of situation.
Yeah.
And then when your son or daughter or your dad is locked up because he came home and shot everybody. You know what I'm saying?
The things that they glorify nowadays is completely, and like we said in the beginning, opinion based because they put this propaganda, which is social media, out here for you to take up that time of your day. So you go from Snapchat to Instagram to Facebook to Twitter to OnlyFans, whatever the hell you might jump on, but it's to occupy your time of the day so you don't think past go to be able to start your own business,
right,
or get your household and your life right. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and once they do that, the advertisements got you. Now you online shopping, you trying to live like the Kardashians, and you cutting your hair like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know which way to go because you ain't thinking for yourself because they throwing it at you. Day by day, you got to be strong enough to be saying, I'm going to put this phone down, man. I ain't finna do that. Let me think. Let me write in my notebook to see what productive I can do. You know what I'm saying? That's like these kids. At first, I didn't believe that it was the rap music. I do rap music. But it's easily for you to get influenced if you don't got nowhere or nobody productive to follow and positive to follow, I say. You know what I'm saying? So all these kids think they Al Pacino or Scarface, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't how it go. Even watching the new BMF series, big ups to 50 Cent, Lil Meech on their success on how that's going. But even back then in the early 80s and 90s, it was codes to how the streets is ran, and this is
Right.
all opinion based, but it's codes to this that you live by. Snitches get dealt with, and all witnesses got to go. So it's like you got to play the game how it go, and that's with anything you do, man. Whether you're working a 9 to 5 or you're materializing, you're marketing.
It materializes, right? Yeah, and that's just it, man. The code is that people have changed the code. Whether it's the cops that got in the mix and changed and switched the code up, or whether just the next generation came and switched the code up, the millennials, it's
Yeah.
it's changed, and it's gotta do something better, man. It's like I say, I'm looking at the TikTok and they like, oh, I came home with my girlfriend with somebody else, and they come in the room with the gun and they acting like they shooting. I'm like, dog, for real?
They put that in.
And that now it's stuck in people's head to this is how you handle this situation.
Yep.
And that's not how you handle the situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Instead of being able to walk away,
Yeah,
that's the
walk
first
away.
idea to pop in your head now.
First
go
time-
get the gun.
Right. Go get the
gun.
gun. You know what I'm saying? In every situation, that's not warranted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not needed. You shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that your the generations under you understand how to handle relationships,
Yeah.
how to make a mature move. You
I
know,
strongly advise any weapon be used for
Yeah,
self-protection
that's
only.
it. That's it. To be only used as self-protection, meaning like somebody broke into your crib, or you got into a fight and it's 30 of them.
And that's why let me ask you a question.
Oh,
I ponder on this.
Oh, here we go.
And I have these conversations amongst my circles. Do you feel as if it's okay, because you have a son that's younger in age versus teenagers, do you feel it's okay to just train them between 10 and 14 years old how to properly use a weapon?
Between 10 and 14?
Yeah. 'Cause I don't want to say the Caucasian people, but they train their children from those ages, anywhere from 7 on up, hunting, how to break down a weapon, how to use it the correct way, how to hunt properly, how to protect their household properly. Even shout out to Derek Gracie. I watch a lot of his stuff on YouTube. He's showing his children the proper way how to break down the weapons, how to build wealth through businesses. I mean, etiquette. What is the proper age to teach our sons and daughters how to properly use a weapon?
Well, at one point I would have said maybe 13 or 14, but now, like I said, the way that the TikTok and the Instagram and the Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, your child has access to view all of these things, like what a
Correct.
gun, how it can fire, what it can do.
Correct.
So my thing is to educate them on the proper uses of it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe even if you don't show them how to break it down or fire it, at least at 7 or 8, when you give your child full access to YouTube, Instagram, it's full access to the internet, is when the guidelines should come in. So that's so whatever age your child can get on YouTube by themselves is when you need to educate them, because that's when because once they get on the internet and start figuring out this computer, kids 7 years old got an Instagram account, and I don't even think you're supposed to have one at 7.
I don't think so.
YouTube, you're not supposed to have one at 7 or 8 years old, but children know how to work around it.
Restriction page is like it'll say you're under 18.
Yeah.
For the kids.
But that doesn't even work, because I had my son on that with the restrictions.
And
So
it's
if it was
still
chill, and it
R-rated
one kind of
material.
led to another one. So what it was he was watching Spider-Man.
And it led
So
to
then it led to
variations
Spider-Man
of-
kissing Miss Marvel or something, but it was still Spider-Man. So that's how it kind of
Miss Marvel.
slipped in.
Shit.
Yeah, that's how it kind of slipped in. You know what I'm saying? Because it was still the title of the content was still Spider-Man, but it slipped in past the parental controls.
See, the ways of the world has changed so drastically in the last 15 to 20 years. ever since I say Y2K and the millennial has crossed over, the internet been exceedingly growing, I say, in the last decade. So when you figure you get 4-year-olds that know how to navigate their way through the World Wide Web better than some 70 and 80-year-olds, you begin to thinking like, damn, my child is more exposed to learning than I ever was back when I was 5, 6 years old.
Right.
So with that point being said, I would feel like at 7 to 8 years old, I'm showing my son gun safety. I'm showing my daughter gun safety.
Yeah.
Like you say, even if I'm not showing them how to fire it, I'm showing them the safe way of not to touch it if they see it out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To come back and tell me if they used to see a gun out.
Right.
Don't
right.
touch it, tell an adult. Things of that nature. And then once they grow into adolescence, you can take them out on exhibitions as hunting or stuff like that, and properly show them how to shoot at a shooting range. And then as they become a teenager, they seeing the breakdown of over the years. Okay, I've been taught properly how to do this. Those are not the kids that do school shootings. You know what I'm saying? They properly understand that this is made to protect and serve you, not for you to hurt or harm someone just because you can pick it up.
Right, yeah, right. Or not just because you mad and you I don't like them and they, you know what I mean, been treating me like this. I mean, but then it comes
an understanding thing.
But it comes also to the fact that you need to don't leave your gun out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be responsible. You got this to protect your home. Okay, well, this 7, 8, 9-year-old is not supposed to be messing with this gun unless you around, unless you gave them access to it. So it's fully on the parent to discuss it with the child, and then it's also fully on you to make sure that you put your gun up and you explain to your child, this is not, like you said, this is not for you because you caught your girlfriend cheating.
Yeah.
You don't just go get the mag and then, let loose. You letting 10 shots. You don't go shoot up her house. You just, it's more people in the world. They talk about overpopulation. So if it's overpopulation, then that means there's more people there's another woman out there for you.
Right.
It may hurt your heart, you know what I'm saying? But
that's pain you can get over.
That's pain you get over. Yeah. It may not seem like it.
Right.
You like, oh man, that was my girlfriend, and I ain't gonna never find nobody else.
And that's not true. Being wrapped up in that moment, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to look beyond that. I've been
You
there
gotta
before.
look beyond that, man.
Been there before.
Yeah. I think we all been there before. You know what I'm saying?
And you live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. So I mean, it's real important that, and I'm glad you said that at 7, 8 years old, you should be talking to your children about gun safety and about sex.
Yeah.
Because they being exposed to it.
Because
and if they don't know, that's how they make bad decisions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
so you got the world out there saying, oh no, the By Suede and Ways didn't say teach them about gun safety and sex at 7, 8 years old. We're not telling them to go out and have sex, but the uneducated do things of unawareness. You know what I'm saying? So if they're educated and they're aware, they're less likely susceptible to be able to go and make these mistakes because you push it into their head,
Right. You're watching the Suede Covington Show, the best thing on the planet, baby. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, we gotta, do the station break, pay some bills. You know how that go, man. You know how that go. But yeah, like you were saying, man. I'm not by no means. I'm not saying, teaching kids about sex but I'm telling you, you gotta be aware of what your child is being exposed to, and if you don't give them the information on how to because see what's happening is they getting all this information and don't know how to process it. They don't know what's real, what's not real, what to do, what not to do. So you as the parent who they look up to, you gotta just step in and say, okay, well look, this is a gun. Don't use this gun. Don't touch daddy gun. Don't touch mama gun. Don't touch grandma gun. If you see this gun out, you tell somebody. You don't pick it up. You don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? And you stress that. And then they understand. They come, hey, daddy, you left your gun out. Mama, you left your gun out. Grandma, you left your gun out and your teeth. So she got to grab her gun and her teeth
And the guns.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's educational purposes.
That's
man.
educational purposes.
And that's what we got to do. We got to stay on our families, our kids, even our sisters, brothers, even our parents now, because times has changed. So we as children of our parents born in the 50s, 60s, you know what I'm saying? Most of us, their lack of educated of what we know now. Because times change, the social media, internet world. My mom, like, what? This phone, iPhone? She got an iPhone. She know how to work it a little bit now, but she still sending the text. The bubble just be like,
with a little dot.
You be
like, what you saying,
you
Mom?
just call
Come
me,
on,
just call
man.
me.
My mama using the emojis, and she be using. Sometimes she use the sad emoji and meant to
like,
be happy.
That
I'm
was
like,
even a sad.
yeah, like what is that? The first time I saw Mom using the emoji, I was like, wait a minute. I had to look like straight up. Wait, how you know about them? You know what I'm saying?
Times has changed.
Yeah, times has changed.
And we got to evolve with them.
Yeah.
But we can't stray away from our morals, and that's the main thing about it. Even though times is changing, the morals should never change. You should still have the same content of morals that you always had. Because just because we going from physical paper money to digital currency, that's the tale of the times changing.
Yeah.
When you ain't gonna be able to pull $1 out your pocket and be able to put it in the window, they're gonna be like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's gonna be a while, man. Cash rules, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Rules.
Yeah, currency.
See, this is
Just,
about commerce.
yeah, it's true. It's
So
about
they
commerce.
don't have to have, when you got phones like these and I can just walk up and
tapped it. Yeah, pay for
you
it.
really don't need money. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is digitally connected now. Just like with the phones, everybody get an update down there at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like, hey, everybody, you get that iOS update? You get that?
Yeah, you get 15. You get
everybody
14.
in life is starting to revolve around the same time.
Yeah.
Just picking it up. And like I said, even our kids, that's why the younger generation starting to obtain wealth a lot quicker than we did growing up because they were exposed to more now.
Yeah.
And I'm with it.
I'm glad you said that. I remember one time I was out like 20 to 30 miles from the crib, left my wallet. Gas was on E. I could not make it back to the gas station. You know what I'm saying? I mean, back to the house to get my wallet to put some gas in. So I'm panicking. I was like, wait a minute. I got an iPhone. I can go and tap and you know what I'm saying out my account and with the Apple Pay. So I'm like, okay, when I found the gas station at Apple Pay, and I was like, well, give me 35 on 6.
Right.
Tapped it in, bing, ding. And I was like, man, if it wasn't for that, I'd have been stranded. I was calling people wasn't available at the time. I'd have been sitting there for about 2.5 hours waiting.
And just imagine.
And just,
you
know what I'm
left that
saying?
paper at the house,
Man.
but you still got money.
Yeah, that was
so
crazy.
Like, okay, bet.
Yeah. I'm like, dang, dog. I was like, what I'm gonna do? I'm like, man, this suck. Ain't nobody gonna help me, man. They at work. I'm like, man, screw all these people, dog. They, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to look out. I be looking out, and I'm like, man, I gotta sit here and wait 2 hours. And then I was like, wait. I ain't gotta wait. I think I can do Apple Pay. Yeah. So I went, talked to the dude. He's like, yeah, we doing it. I like, bet.
Man.
And it was like, bing, and was out of there. I was like, man, some of that stuff I don't like, but at that particular time, I was with it 100%, man. 100%. And now, the next thing is, on that same subject with the internet in response, dog, they had a woman in New Jersey on the train, got raped. They say the dude was antagonizing her for about 20 minutes. And then nobody called. They say everybody was recording and nobody called the police.
And you see lots and lots of...
It's like
that's how certain platforms even got a platform now. Because a person would rather pull out their phone and record before they even help you. Like, damn, he really finna unbutton her pants? Like, dude, if you don't get your shit together and help this woman...
Right, at least call the police. If you don't feel like you want to get involved in it, because some people don't want to get involved, because they don't know my man could have a gun, a knife, you know what I'm saying? You can get attacked. Well, that's cool. So that's what they got 911 for. So you could have... They said that no... And they was thinking about... They said that they are considering charging everybody who posts this lady being antagonized and raped by this guy because they feel like they accessories because nobody called the police, but they all recorded it. So you can catch a case for not calling 911.
Accessory, basically.
Yeah, you an accessory because you let it happen. You watched it happen.
We're not calling the police, man. We got to start back policing our own neighborhoods the productive way, the positive way. It ain't nobody want to be a leader now. Everybody want to follow the leader.
No, you know what it is? Everybody want to be a leader, but they want to be a leader on social media.
Right.
They want likes. They feel like that's put them above everything.
In that subway car, I'm knowing out of all the people that pull their phone out of 20 people, it was at least 10 men. So you mean to tell me y'all felt like this was okay?
Right. That's the thing. Like, even if you thought that was her boyfriend or something,
never.
She looked. Cool. I know she looked uncomfortable, or it was something out of pocket. Because if you watch the video, I'm pretty sure you saw her. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody willing
try to fight him off.
To even interject to say, "Hey, y'all say that for when y'all get home."
Right.
Take that chance to even make it uncomfortable for him to keep going, or for her to say, "Hey, help,
help."
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Give her a chance. You know what I'm saying?
This is not a Broadway play here. Somebody help.
This is not a production.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know, it'll tell her she might not have been screaming out like she should have. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple of different factors, but still.
That's sensitive because, like I said, it's appropriate things to do out in public. So even if they were together, it should have been a male or of older woman or woman to be able to interject and say, "Hey, y'all need to say that for home."
Yeah, right,
you know
right, yeah.
Where was the Karen at then?
Yeah, what,
you know what I'm
where
saying?
the Karen was
Where
at?
was the Karen at then?
Where was the Karen
I'm calling
at
the
then?
police. Wait right there.
Right, that's when you need a Karen.
Yeah.
That, you know, and you know what? That's a perfect example. That's not even snitching. That's definitely not snitching. So if you think that you seeing somebody in distress and you call the police, that is not snitching,
yeah,
man.
You say somebody's
That's not
daughter,
snitching.
you say somebody's niece, you say somebody's
right. You say, you know what? That could
you
be.
just say the life.
Now you think, would you want somebody to call the police if it was your family?
Your family member. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to realize that is not snitching. That because they saw that on the subway, on the train in Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, and nobody called the police, nobody called 911. The train authority, security called and told.
He was supposed to.
But that's what I'm saying. And nobody else. So she had to go through all of this until they called the train authority. You know what I'm saying? Actually, to the train authority saw it, and then the train authority reported it to police. It shouldn't even have got that far. Somebody should have called, and the train authority should have been following up, and the police would have like, "Hey, yeah, we got that call already. We already en route." And then they said that when the train authority called the 911, they was there in less than a minute.
See, so somebody would have been.
Somebody could have been called.
I know my slogan usually is I got one job and that's to mind my business. But being there, I wouldn't have been able to help but to say something. I got sisters, I got daughters. It would have urged me to say something to interject. I don't care if it was something like I said, "Hey man, y'all chill on her, man." You know what I'm saying? Y'all say that before y'all get home. Because like I said, you never know if they was together or not, unless, like you said, she wasn't screaming, projecting that she needed in dire help. But if it looked as if months of a scuffle, that's not how we. That's not how you.
Man, yeah, like you say, we got to start minding our own communities, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because people would rather see the negative than positive happen. That's why they pull their phones out. They waiting for something bad to happen to say they seen it or it was there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they feel that negative it's gonna get them 1,000 likes, or it's gonna get them 5,000 likes because they put that on there. Like, come on, nah, for real.
At the expense of somebody else.
Yeah, we can't base. I mean, now if you had called 911 and put it on there, I can't really judge you on that one. But if you saw it and recorded it and didn't do nothing, you out of pocket.
If you encouraged help and tried to call help and then you recorded it, like that's two totally different stories, because that means that footage could help her case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But just to do that and not incite no type of help at all, it's pointless. You shouldn't even been there.
Shouldn't even been there. So, you know what I'm saying? That was some real serious information we just dropped. Yeah. But so Waze, man, you got Waze. What is it again?
Waze World.
Waze World. What's up with Waze World? Tell me about Waze World, man.
Waze World is coming soon. It's basically informational ways to indulge in marijuana. I was gonna say medical marijuana, but marijuana in itself. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
okay.
So we're gonna be covering all the topics of the different strands, the meanings behind indica, sativas, hybrids. If you indulge in smoke or you like to edible, to eat, whatever your preference is, we're gonna find it out in ways where it's most covering everyday topics from Detroit, and it's all gonna result around us being lifted on cloud 99, 99, 99.
Oh,
So come to Ways World coming soon. Starting in November, we're gonna kick y'all off right.
okay. What's that? What's that? Weed TV.
Yes, sir.
Weed TV on YouTube. You catch it on there, and
WJZ.
no, we on WJZ
I'm high right now. Look, we on WJZ right now.
So you go so your channel is your show is gonna be like, so you're gonna go in depth on what is an indica, what is a sativa, what are the effects, how it helps you, and the names of different strands and how they came up with the strands.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, that's what's up, man.
Into a lot, man. We're gonna really educate people on how it can be a true help to them, even if they don't smoke.
Right.
Because you don't have to smoke, and a lot of people who have CLPD or Parkinson's or what do you call it, arthritis, or any type of lower back pains or even migraines and long-lasting headaches, marijuana has been known to lower those effects of that pain. So it's a lot that we're gonna be covering, man, to bring that education to the effect of where they just want to label it a drug. No, it is really a
helpful drug.
So,
because OxyContin is still a drug, but you know what I'm saying, it's a beneficial
OxyContin
drug.
don't grow from the earth.
No, it's not. It's so this
manufactured.
so this is
by the
manufactured.
CDC.
So now look, answer me this. Now, is I know you probably gonna talk about this on your show, but is marijuana addictive?
Anything that you do can be addictive. Getting money can be addictive, Sway.
Okay. People are addicted to getting money, right? Yeah.
Showing
money
love can be addictive.
Yeah. Every time you see somebody, you gotta hug them all the time.
Anything that you consistently feel like you need to do, it's your opinion. It can be addictive. Shopping, but marijuana definitely can be addictive.
Okay. So let me reword the question. He said anything can be addictive.
Anything can be addictive.
All right. So let me does the by it growing from the earth, by its having its natural chemicals, are those natural chemicals inside marijuana? Does it have an addictive trait where once you smoke one joint, blunt, or put it in a weed pipe, or put it in a bong, or vaporize it, will it cause you to be addicted to it?
No.
That's the question.
I got a lot of friends and people I grew up with that tried marijuana once with me when we were growing up in school and never tried it again. Even to this day, I see them 15 years later. Nope, I'm not gonna smoke. I get it, man. Just one time, stimulate your mind.
Stimulate your mind.
It's Friday. I'm not gonna hit it. Like, all right, man.
It's Friday.
Okay. But I'm saying it can be addictive. Like I said, I love getting money also.
Yeah.
And that's addictive. So
until getting money is addictive.
It's addictive. It's very addictive. But smoking the best strains of marijuana is also exceptionally addicting to me because I don't abuse it.
Oh, okay.
When you're already high, you don't need to roll up another fat ass doobie. I had a motorcycle accident about 8 years ago.
Right.
So it really helps with pain. And a lot of people don't know that because I made it through that. So if it's something that you don't talk about, people don't look at your past and say, oh, this is why this is helpful to him. They want to look at the negative. Oh, he just smoked weed. No, I wake up every morning in pain and still use 18 hours of my day to be productive.
Okay.
I got screws and rods in my right leg and knee and arm,
That's
so
right, yeah.
to keep the pain down, marijuana helps. I wake up, smoke me one.
Yeah.
Before dinner, smoke me one. Before I lay down, smoke me one, and you be good. Parties on the weekend, you might overindulge, but it's helpful nonetheless.
And you know what? And I've heard that. I know I got a friend of mine who has severe back pain, and the only way to loosen it up is with the marijuana. He smoked marijuana because he said he don't want to do the oxycontin. You don't want to do the ibuprofen because it got bad stomach effects. And,
be a zombie.
yeah,
man.
you would be a zombie. I remember when I got some wisdom teeth pulled. They gave me some Percodan.
Sleep.
Yeah, and it upsetted my stomach
Oh yeah.
and had me knocked out to the point where I think I took it twice and didn't want to use it no more.
I can't
I was
take
like, I can't. I don't want to take the pain pill. It had me knocked out and it upsetted my stomach at the same time. I was like, dog, if these are side effects of not feeling the pain, but I'm like, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
So I mean, how can I get something done?
Because those are class A narcotics. Don't ask me how I know this. This is all but
I think they tell you that when you go to the pharmacy. They tell you.
yeah, it's written right
Yeah,
there
it's
on your
written on. Yeah, they
prescription.
got a piece of paper right there as a disclaimer.
Anyway,
saying,
I can't take Vicodins or Norcos. My stomach can't handle the hydrocodone. So knowing that too much of those, like say I had a major injury, so I had to take those Percocets every 4 hours. So if you take a Perc 30 every 4 hours, you basically sleep on top of sleep on top of sleep.
Right.
Because people would come and visit me, give me well wishes, and I was in and out like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically just waking up to get something to drink, eat, and take my medicine. But you don't like feeling like that, so the marijuana help give you an opportunity to, like I said, I'm going to break down the difference between the strands, indicas, sativas, and hybrids, and the ones that put you up, the ones that keep you down,
Right.
and the ones that keep you out being able to function, whether you're at work,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so we're going to get to it in Ways World, man. We're going to really educate y'all on this God's gift to us.
You're watching the Suede Covington Show, baby. The best thing on the planet. Live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real cool. That's what's up, man. I mean, you know, and that's that'll be, man, I feel that that's straight beneficial because a lot of people don't understand the uses of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't use it. If you think because I'm saying that, you know, don't understand the uses or talking about it, no, I don't use it. But I know it does grow from the earth, and from what I've seen, like you said, anything can be addictive. Alcohol can be addictive. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigars, you can make anything addictive.
Yep.
But you know, but does it have a chemical breakdown that is addictive?
Makes
Like
it
nicotine there's no nicotine in it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
natural.
so you're gonna break down the CBDs for you, because you see, I know a lot of people see CBDs and don't understand what it is. They're gonna break it down for you on Ways World. Ways World gonna break it down everything. So you're gonna go from CBDs to marijuana to, you know, even you're gonna need to talk about
Edibles.
papers and edibles.
Yep.
Yeah, because I ran
However you
across
consume it,
I ran
break
across
it down
somebody.
in
They
a
said
safer
they
way.
make a whole meal: macaroni
Yeah.
and cheese, fried
had-
chicken, French
I had-
fries. I was like, what?
I had lamb chops infused with THC.
Ooh,
Shout out to the weed bar, man. Oh,
Shout out to the weed bar, huh?
man.
That's what's up, man. I mean you know, I'm scared to eat now. I don't want to eat at nobody's house because hey, how I know they don't got that macaroni and cheese might be lit for
Man.
real, you know.
Or say give you a brownie to change your whole night.
It changed my whole night, man. I don't want a brownie that
So
changed
like
my
the
whole
movie
night, man.
Hangover.
No, I don't want to do that, man. I definitely don't want to do
Definitely
that.
don't want to wake up with a tattoo on the side of your face.
Right, and the tooth missing.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I definitely don't. Yeah, man. Nah, I definitely don't, man. So
We
look,
definitely gonna-
your man Suede don't mess around with the edibles. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't roll up. I don't smoke. So, you know what I mean? You want to send, you know, a gift to you, send it to the studio. You know what I mean? Nah, you know, that ain't. Oh, yeah, you can send it to Waze.
Send it to Waze.
Waze a smash. You know what I'm saying? He tell you if the Mac was on point or not. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm definitely not messing around with that, man. Dog, why does the UK keep coming up with strands? They got another strand. The Delta strand or something came from overseas. Now they talking about they got another strand, another variant coming out of the UK that's supposed to be 10% more contagious than the Delta strand. What they doing over in the UK? What is y'all doing across the pond? You know what I'm saying? Hey, chill out.
They found the profit margin, man.
The profit
capitalizing off of everything.
Why is the ships in the water that ain't even bringing our product? They
not releasing nothing.
They not releasing. What's up with that, man? What's
dog? Money. They want their money.
They want their money, because like for real.
Government, and they might shut your show down, Suede. So we gotta watch what we say. I'm telling you, do not want them to feel
man,
like
hey, look.
I'm
just saying, I want my products, man. I want my products on the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, captain of the ships that's stuck in the water, y'all not coming in. Would y'all please come in so I can get my product? Dog, I went to the grocery store and half the shelves was empty of what I wanted, man.
Yeah, chicken like $1,300 a pound.
$1,300 a pound. That's what it seemed like. Hey, a bag of wings that was $15 a year ago. Is in 2019, that same bag of chicken like $35, man. 5-pound bag, $35. Hey, Coney Island had a sign that said because of the meat prices, they had to raise the prices on wingdings and corned beef. I'm like, what?
Everything went up. If you look at how everything going, everything around us then went up. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that we always been a Commonwealth state as far as having to pay a little slightly more than you would figure a mortgage would be in Utah. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to go really to Utah? Ain't nothing besides young boy, free young boy. But anyways, here in Detroit, you got to think this is why they trying to bring all the big arenas, all the main events, and keep it right here, because even Dan Gilbert know this is the mecca of making money in the major cities. So you got Florida, Los Angeles, Texas, New York, Atlanta, all of these hubs. They redirecting their finances to bring people in. So if them cargo ships ain't coming in, you want to know why? That's because everybody buying online right now. They had to learn to retrain their mind.
But the cargo ships got the stuff that you ordered offline.
Not from Amazon.
Yeah, it is.
Not from Amazon.
Yeah, well,
it's coming through.
Look, no. Some of the items.
I mean, a lot of
some of the items.
Yeah. But that's for these manufacturers, these main stores that they got to load up the semi, take them to the Walmarts, and they trying to play ball.
And that's the other part that's so crazy. So not only are the ships staying out of water saying they want more money, the truck drivers saying they want more money, and then it's a shortage on truck drivers. And then and then it's the killer part. It's affecting a whole chain, and people don't even understand. So the ships don't come in, right? And now the truck drivers don't move. Now, when you get into the store, guess what's the problem now?
Empty shelves.
Don't have employees to stock the shelves.
Yeah,
don't have employees to work the registers. So now, when they come in, they can't even put it on the shelf because they don't even have the manpower to do it. Dog, this is crazy.
I went at Kroger yesterday, literally, for only a 24 case of water. It was 2 lines open. Both self-scan checkouts were shut down. Knowing I was heading straight to self-scan. 2 lines open. She literally got over the mic. It's only us 2 working here today doing this in the baggers. Can y'all please be patient with us? The lines is wrapped back to the dairy department. I walked straight. I put the water down the wall. Straight out. I said, I'm not doing this.
Man, nobody want to stand in line.
And that's everywhere you go. I'm glad I don't eat McDonald's no more, because I pulled up to one about 2 months ago and they was closed at 7:30. I said, oh, you know what? PJ, I turned around like, yep, no McDonald's. I'll make you some nuggets when we get home. Get your little toy for $50.
Man, I mean, you know, it has affected restaurants. So at one point you couldn't even go to the restaurant, right? Now that the restaurants are open, they can't even staff the restaurants to even, you know, you can't even enjoy yourself. The lines like the Joe Louis Southern Kitchen right there on Woodward at the Boulevard. Dude, the line, it was like it's an hour and a half to 2 hour wait because they're short staffed.
Only thing this really taught us how to do over this last year, this so-called pandemic, is live without them. And if we can stay on this same pace, starting businesses for ourselves, growing our own fruits and vegetables, working out more, loving our family and kids more,
You
and
said
working on
out more.
ourselves.
No, wasn't nobody working out during COVID, man. There's so many people that got COVID fat. It's crazy.
I mean, I was trying.
I
You
still
might
got
gotta
to.
work
I'm
out
getting mine off,
a
but
lot, but I've always been kind of big. But I don't, man. You really just want to work out mentally. Sometimes is what I be saying, because that's a muscle that you always gotta exercise. If
True,
not, we
true.
get stagnant as humans. So hopefully, everybody over the pandemic got their mind right, got their money right. Thanks, Uncle Trump.
they said Uncle Trump. Silly, man. Pat Ron. You, you got you some Pat Ron and some Blackwoods.
Man, I'm telling you, Uncle Trump, boy. I bet it's a lot of people right now. Y'all laughing at me, Suede. It's a lot of people right now wishing they wouldn't have voted for Uncle Joe, Moneybag Joe, because he ain't come with no bags.
Yeah, he came with a
taking
bag.
all our bags.
He came with a bag.
How did the HBCUs go from 43 billion to 4 billion? How do we gotta get monitored for $600 on our debit sites and Apple Pay sites and Cash App sites to watch what we sending and paying and making? If he was for us, he didn't change our arms laws and he came in and shook it up how they all do. They shake it up in their own different way and leave their mark. And I'm the 47th president. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what we needed. I said that when Obama got in office. I don't care who don't like it. But Uncle Trump was the best thing we had.
You him Uncle Trump,
because
straight up.
We call Uncle Tom, Uncle Tom. We call Uncle Sam, Uncle Sam. Uncle Trump was the best thing for us besides food stamps in the book.
Now, you know what? Hey, Trump.
Talk about it.
He you know,
he a businessman.
I mean, you know what? That's all I can say. He's a businessman. But I will say some of the people who followed him made some bad choices, like running in on the Capitol.
Yeah.
That had never happened.
That had nothing to do with him.
But it had something to do with he allowing it. He really didn't say anything.
When you really
okay.
We our own person.
Man, here we go. Here we go.
I mean, he can't dictate to make one
he can't.
person
Nah,
do
look,
it.
he can't. You're right. So that's why I had to pause. So I really got to think, how to word this properly, because I don't want them coming for me. You know what I'm saying? But he allowed and didn't really denounce certain actions that people who voted for him and followed him did. Some stuff he should have denounced, like, hey, look, no, don't do this. I don't know why y'all did that. I mean, it was after the fact, but the campaign and the understanding, it was like, it could be interpreted. So here we go. So it was interpreted by some people that their actions were right. Because I would say he didn't say do it, but he allowed that interpretation of some of the things that he promoted in his campaign, or, you know what I'm saying?
Being it towards the end of his term, I feel like the government used that as a setup. When would you ever think this guy with a raccoon head wrap hat is actually finna run in the office like off The Simpsons? Like, that was staged and planted because you never heard no more legal.
Oh no, they still they still talking. No, they still talking about it. You know what I'm saying? The one guy said he had to have a special diet while he was locked up. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying.
They faced the Capitol. They had their feet on the desk. They ransacked the place. They ran up in there. That should have never happened. No one should ever think that they can run in. That's, you know what? That's like a coup. There's other countries that have that type of stuff. We're not supposed to have that. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to have
the same way about everything that's sacred. What about what's his name running in that church and killing all those black families?
Man, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we gotta feel the same way about these situations. We rather them protect and secure where the president lay his head at and probably doesn't even lay his head at night. Or somewhere where families go to seek refuge. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there and killed all them families down there, and it was like nobody talks about it no more.
And that's what I'm saying. Right. So we got to stay up on it. We got to make sure, and that's what I'd say. Hey, look, Hamtramck, Dearborn, from my observation, they didn't look. They complain, but dude, they run Hamtramck. They got the mayors. They sit on the city council.
They govern.
They the judges. They didn't sit
accordingly.
here and complain about the situation. They made changes.
Yep.
Dearborn is mainly ran by Middle Eastern people that may have been born here, but they still have one or two generations they're away from the Middle East. So that's something to think about. That means you need to groom your child to be a mayor, to be on the city council, to be a congressman or a senator. You got to think ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying?
They communities accordingly.
Right.
They don't stray away from that. They family oriented, structured morals, and that don't just leave with them just because they left the Middle East. And that's how we got to be. A lot of people.
But you got to realize though, yeah, but they do. But you got to understand them people. So look, the dude at your gas station, right? One generation or two generations from their home country. Okay? So what I'm saying when I say that is so your man's at the gas station that you didn't got cool with, he let you slide 10 cents here and there, right? If he speak excellent English, it's a good chance. It's not saying that it's true, but it's a good chance that he grew up here, right? But his father and his mother are from the Middle East. And then if his father and mother aren't, his grandparents definitely are.
Yeah.
So when I say it's a difference because they're 2 to 3 generations away from their country, how many generations are you away from your original country? None, because this is your original country.
Exactly.
So this being your original country, you got to understand you are in charge of your family to develop your family, to develop the culture and rituals and morals for your children and the following generation. Generational wealth, the understanding of money, the understanding of running a household, what it takes to run a household, who to look for when you get ready to get married, what type of person you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not just dealing with, okay, this is what I grew up, daddy, mom, and screaming and yelling. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it. If you didn't like it, don't follow suit.
Right.
If you grew up any way that you did not like, you do not have to follow suit. You can make your own footsteps and make your own changes. All right, so grown man rules. We got to get this in here real quick. We still on financial literacy. So this week we're going to talk about default. Default means default occurs when a borrower is unable to meet the obligation of the debt repayment. Default is the second and more serious stage of non-payment that follow the stage of delinquency. Once a loan enters default, the lender typically reports it to the credit bureaus and sells the debt to a collection agency. So that's default, right? Then the second word is diversification. You know, that's the word you hear, diversify your funds or whatever. That one is a core principle of investing. Diversification spreads investments over different assets with varied risk potential. Diversification is a strategy to reduce the overall risk of loss. So basically what they're saying is don't put all your eggs in one basket. You ever heard that expression? It means diversification, diversify. Put a little bit over here and put a little bit over here in the risk. But don't just put all your money in one thing and then when you lose out, you sad, you crying. Put a little bit here. This is slow income. Put a little bit in the slow income. It may take 6 or 7 months, but you got money coming in. Then you may put it in a risky where you're taking big risks, but the reward may be great. But at the end of the day, if you miss instead of hit, you still got other money to start to re-up. You can take money from here and move it over here. You can take money from different places. So don't just, when you get the investment, don't just start putting your money all in one basket. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the grown man rules. You know what I'm saying? Financial literacy is the game, man. And we preaching that and we going to teach that to everybody. It's not limited. This information is for everyone. So don't think, okay, well, Suede is only talking to this type of group of people. No, I'm talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't single yourself out because I'm not.
The planet.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the best thing on the planet, baby. And that's serious. That means the whole world is involved in this conversation in any and every moment. You know what I'm saying? So much love to you. Hey, Waze, I appreciate you coming out. Most definitely, we gonna be promoting Waze World. You know what I'm saying, on We TV. Hey, he coming out there for you. You know what I'm saying? Rough Ends Production, Big Steed Entertainment. We pushing that, man. We loving that. Give you an education on the marijuana. You know, the ganja. Hey, we love you, man. Great for tuning in. We want you to tune in next week on Wednesday, baby. Hey, I love you. Give me all the likes you got and never stop.
Peace out, Detroit.
Peace out. This reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where's it at? It's not playing. I'm playing it. It's not playing. Did I do something?
Station in the world. Brought to you by Big Steed Entertainment in association with DJ Holding Heavy, Rough Friends, Strict and Glory, and Flat Rate Travel. Join us next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WJZZ Cool TV. On YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch. Best thing on the planet, baby.